You're watching Adorama TV.
Hi everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Adorama TV. I'm Mark Wallace. Well, today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite devices. It's called the Zoom H4N Handy Recorder. This guy is built for recording audio, and the nice thing is for photographers who are getting into DSLR video or videographers, this is one of the best devices I've found in the last year for really capturing off-camera audio. Now the nice thing is this has two built-in microphones for stereo recording, but the thing that I love about this is it has two balanced inputs, and so you can add a lavalier mic or you can add a condenser microphone like this guy for doing voiceover work. You can even add small little microphones like this. It even allows you to plug in guitars and other instruments right here on the bottom. So you know, you've got your 1/4-inch input as well as a balanced input. And so this guy can be used as for musicians to do home recording and studio work and live recording on locations. So anything basically you can think of for location audio recording, the Zoom H4N can handle it. In fact, there's so much that the H4N can do where I'm going to really restrict the features to those features that pertain to getting audio for video work. There's a whole world of features for musicians, and we just don't have time to go into those today, but I want to mention that those are built into this. Now there are different types of recording that you can do. By default, you're going to be recording in stereo, and so you're either going to be using the two built-in microphones, which we found to be really pretty spectacular, or you're going to be using one or two external microphones, and you can choose between either these two, or there's another recording mode. It's called 4-track recording, and you can record all 4 channels at the same time. If you're a musician, just to mention this, this is also a multi-track recorder, so you can record multiple tracks, and you can actually record maybe 4 tracks, mix those down, record 4 more, mix those down. And then there's some software that comes with the Zoom. It's called Cubase. It's the Cubase LE. It's recording software. You can take all of that stuff and then you can mix and bring audio levels up and down and do all kinds of stuff on your computer once you're done recording. Or you can even do some of that stuff right here inside the software in the Zoom itself. So again, this thing has all kinds of features that we really love. So let me turn it on and show you some of the things that we are using this for every day. Now the audio stuff, if you've been watching Adorama TV for any length of time in the last few months, the audio that this records, you've actually heard. In fact, the thing I like about this is because you can plug a balanced input on this and just sort of plug it in there like that. The nice thing is sometimes we have interference from airplanes or something like that for our wireless microphones. And so what I do is I'll just plug a lavalier mic right to the bottom of the Zoom, put this in my pocket, and then we'll record our video and then sync all the video and audio later. And so some of the videos that we've shot recently, like the inverse square law or selecting lenses, if you look closely, you could probably see this. It's actually underneath my shirt in my back pocket where we've hidden it to record some of my audio. And so we've been using this quite a while now. This also works great for voiceover work. In fact, we're just using the built-in microphones, and we'll put it on a stand and I'll record right into it. And so the voiceover work works great. The nice thing is the Zoom gives you all kinds of options for how to store your files. In fact, if I go in here, there's a menu. If I push that, and let me just show you what I'm doing really fast. On the side here, there's a record level plus or minus button. There's a menu button. And then there's this multifunction dial here that allows you to change your selection, and you push that to select something. So I can go in and I can say, you know what? I want to tell my system how to record this. So you have different recording formats. So right now I'm recording, you can see it says 4816. If I input that, you can see that I can go all the way from a WAV file that is very, very small, so 44.1 kilohertz at 16 bits, all the way up to something that is a WAV file of 96 kilohertz, 24 bits. I can record MP3 files, so that's 48 kilobytes per second, all the way up to something that's even a variable bit rate. So you've got all kinds of different ways to save your files. And the nice thing about that is you can look and see exactly how your video camera is recording audio, and you can match the recording format on the Zoom to your video. And so in post-production, you don't have to render your audio, which is really, really nice. The other thing you can do with this is you can, if you're just using a single microphone and you're plugging that in, you can actually turn on what's called a mono mix. And so instead of just coming in to the left channel you can make that a mono file, and so it goes into both left and right, and so you don't have to pan that to center in post-production. It's very, very nice. The other thing is if you're using a microphone like this guy that's a condenser microphone that needs phantom power, well, this actually can provide phantom power up to 48 volts, even with the AA batteries, and it works very well. So condenser microphones, shotgun microphones, things like that, this is going to work just fine for that. It has not only these bottom inputs for balanced and unbalanced inputs, it has a mini plug, so if you have a little microphone like this guy, you can actually, there's a little external microphone plug right there. You can plug that in. So just about any microphone that you own is going to work with the H4N, which is really, really nice. Now the other thing this does that I really like, it actually comes with a USB cable. And so this, when you want to transfer your files to your computer, you can either take the card out of the Zoom and just plug it into a card, or, and this is the thing that I really love, you can take this, you can plug in your USB cable, plug this into your computer, and then what the Zoom becomes is either a storage device, just basically a card reader, or it becomes an actual audio interface. And so if you want to do voiceover work or use a microphone or use it for anything, the microphone will actually work on your computer, and so it becomes an analog to digital converter, and you can plug your microphone into the Zoom and it goes right into your computer, and so you can record straight to your computer using this as your audio interface, which is really impressive. Well, let me show you some of the other things that is included in the box here. Yeah, not only do you get the Zoom, you get this nice case here, so it's a hard case that allows you to make sure that this is protected and it's not going to have any damage when you're transporting it. There's a power adapter, and so if you're doing longer recordings, you don't want to have to worry about the batteries dying, which we've never had happen actually, but you can plug this into a wall outlet and this goes right into the Zoom, and so you don't have to rely on AA batteries, and that comes with the Zoom itself. Now there's another thing that's really interesting. So let's say you want to make a recording and you don't want any noise of your hands on the Zoom because this is so sensitive, it's going to pick up all of that noise. Well, on the bottom here, there's a 1/4-20 thread, and you can use that to mount this to a light stand or any other kind of stand that has a 1/4-20 thread. But it also comes with this little guy here, and this is a microphone stand adapter. So how that works is this plugs right into the bottom, screws right on there, and then it'll basically fit on any mic stand you have. And then you can use that to do voiceovers or record live shows or whatever you want to do, and it just goes to any normal mic stand. And so that's a really nice device as well. So there it is. It's the Zoom H4N Handy Recorder. It's $300. It does all kinds of different audio formats. It has all kinds of different audio inputs. It's a 4-channel recorder, a stereo recorder, a multi-track recorder. It's got all kinds of stuff for musicians that we didn't have time to get into, like a metronome and a tuner and open tuning stuff. So if you're a guitarist, you'll love this thing. It includes a 1 GB SD card. It includes a windscreen. It has a mic clip adapter, which is this guy. It's got an AC adapter. It comes with a USB cable for using it with your computer. It comes with a protective case. It comes with Cubase LE recording software. It comes with a manual so you know how to do all of this stuff. And all of this, it comes in a package for $300. So if you're an audio recorder or if you're doing video on a DSLR and you need external audio, I highly recommend the Zoom H4N Handy Recorder. It's a device that we're using here in our studio almost every single day. And for $300, it's a value that you just can't beat. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. Remember, if you have a question about video or photography gear, you can send your questions to me at askmark@adorama.com. Thanks again for joining me. I'll see you again next week.
This episode is brought to you by Adorama TV. Visit the Adorama Learning Center where you'll find photography tips and techniques, links to the gear used in this episode, and related videos. For all the latest photography, video, and computer gear, visit adorama.com. And the next time you're in New York City, visit our store located on 18th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue.